Hello everyone, my name is Shambhavi. Hope you all are doing well. So basically, now today I'm just going to tell you about the time module in Python programming. I'm going to tell you that basically what time module is used for, how you can just use your time module in Python programming and all those things I'm going to tell you. Right, let's get started with the things for now. So first of all, whenever we just use any library, any module, something like this in Python programming, the very first thing is that we need to import that particular module that we are gonna use, right? So basically what I'll be doing is that, so here I want to use my time module, right? This is one of my modules which I is gonna use. So in that case, I would be importing my time module here. So for importing, I'll be writing here import. Okay, I would simply write here single like this import, and I would just add one here as time. So this is basically how we import a module in Python programming, right? So import, and after that I just need to write out the name for the module which I want to import, right? Let's say I just make a variable here. Let's say value. Okay, let's say that's a variable which I just make it here. So value is equal to, now basically what I'll be doing is that let's say I just wrote time dot time, okay, and I just put on the bracket, right? So basically what does this time dot time actually returns? So this time dot time actually returns us the value, the seconds actually it returns the ticks. Okay, let me like write out the print statement, and in the bracket let me write out the value, and now let me run it. After that it will be more clear that what actually it returns, right? That basically I just mentioned that it returns the values, it returns the value, it returns the ticks actually. Now this value, this time dot time is actually not actually just use at like this only. We just use it whenever we just want to calculate that basically how much this function is taking time, how much this loop is taking time, and all those things whenever we just want to do that. So in that case basically we use this time dot time, okay. So I would just write, just do this like this here, right? I would just comment out. Now let's say I want to write a program in which I want to print all the numbers which are less than 10, all the positive numbers which are less than 10. So I would be doing that thing with the help of while loop as well as with the help of for loop. And after that, I would be seeing that basically while loop takes more time or the for loop takes more time in the executing of all this program which I am gonna write, right? So this is the whole idea that I am going to use, and I'm just going to like use this idea today. Fine. So now basically what I'll be just doing is that I would be first of all taking a variable, let's say a, and I'll be initializing it as 0, because first of all I'm just going to write the program for the while loop. After that I'll be moving towards the for loop. Okay. So first of all, I want to do it for the while loop. So I have taken a variable that is a is equal to 0. Now I want to print all of the positive numbers that are less than 10, right? So in that case, I'll be applying my while condition, right? So while, and in the bracket, let's say I will start a is less than 10, okay, and come inside it. Okay, this colon will come out of my bracket like this. Fine. Now basically what I need to do is that I need to write out my print statement. I would just add on my print statement, and let's say into that print statement I would write here Python and programming. Let's say this is a print statement which I just wanted to add here, which is Python programming. And I would not forget to do the increment, because if I'm not going to do that, it will basically turn up to my infinite loop. So in that case, I'll be writing a is equal to a plus 1, right? That I have added on here. This is okay. And as I mentioned that I want to check out that basically how much time this while loop will actually take to execute this program, right? How much time it will actually take. So in that case, I'll be using out my print statement here. Okay, print, and in the bracket I'll be writing while loop and the colon and the like this, and I will put one comma, and here I'll be using that time dot time. Okay, time dot time, and then the bracket like this here. Okay, and minus value. Okay, that is value. So value is basically the variable which we have defined above, and in this we had a store time dot time. So now this time dot time will actually calculate, it will actually give me the exact time, that basically how much time this while loop is actually taking for executing of this program that I have written. Fine, this is over for the while loop. Now let's come on to the for loop for now. So I'll be taking one another variable, and into that variable I will be defining some like values, and then I'll be defining the for loop. So I want to do it for value 2 as well. The value 2 will actually store my time that I have taken previously, right? Right this. So that was my value. So now let me just make it 2 instead of value. Let me make it as value 1. Okay, and let me make this as also value 1. Right now it's okay. Fine. Now I'll be applying my for loop. So for, okay, so it's for I in range. Okay, and into the bracket I'll be writing 10. That is basically my value inside the range. Fine. And basically I will again use that print statement, which is basically my while loop. So sorry, my printer statement, which is my Python. Okay, now I'll be just using it as, let's say, time module. Okay, because for both of these I'll just use different things. So for I in range in bracket I have written 10 print time module, right? That is okay. And like after coming out of my for loop, I'm writing here print, and inside this I'll be writing for loop. Okay, I would put the colon, I would put a comma here, and after that I'll be adding time dot time at the brackets. Let me come down this side, and after that I'll be adding the minus sign, and into this I'll be adding value 2. Right, this is the value 2 in which actually I have taken this time dot time as well. Fine. So this is the before time, this is the after time, and it's after that subtraction. Right. It will basically let me know that what time actually while loop is taking to execute and what time actually this for loop is taking to execute. Now let me quickly run out my program. Fine. Let me just come out like this. So see, first of all, 10 times Python programming has been printed for me. After that, it's just showing me that while loop is taking 0.0 seconds. And time module is also printed and will take me that like for loop is also taking 0.0 seconds. So basically, actually, what happens that while loop and for loop, they're actually at the same, like they run actually at the same time at the same speed, but sometimes it gives us a difference. I will just run it again. Let's see basically, right? So here I just got this thing. Now basically have a look that my while loop is giving me 0.0002167 somewhat seconds, and still my for loop is giving me 0.0 seconds. So that is why we always say that for loop is faster than while loop, because here see it is giving me some number of seconds, but here in my for loop it is simply giving me 0 seconds. Fine. So this is basically how actually first of all we just use out this time module in Python programming. This was a way how we just use it. Other than that, even we had got to know one more thing, that basically how to check out the time that this particular loop is taking how much time to execute, and another particular loop is taking how much time to execute, right? So I would just comment this thing because I have some more things to tell you, and just let me do it like this here. Fine. Right. Now, if you want to check out your local time, okay, we just want to print out the local time that you have right now. So in that case, basically how you can just print your local time with the help of the time module. Okay, so in that case, I'll be taking a variable that is local underscore time. That is time. Okay. Now in this basically I'll be using the time module which we have imported above. So time dot now ASC time. This ASC time will actually give me the present time which I am having. Right? It will basically give me the present time which I am having. So time dot ASC time, and after that basically what I'll be adding, I would be adding here time. Okay, time dot, and in the bracket local. So okay, that is local. Now I just want a local time, right, which I am just having right now. So that I want. So in that case, I just use out this function which is local time, and inside the local time bracket, I'll be adding time dot time. Okay, and in the bracket. So let me remove this one single I from here, and yes. So basically here I just got out that time dot time, which I just need to find out that what is the local time right now which I am having here with the help of my basically time module. And simply what I'll be just doing here is that I'll be simply printing out that local underscore time variable in which I have stored that thing. Let me just quickly even tell you once again that what I have done. So I have taken a variable which is local time. Okay, into that variable I have used out my time module. Right, after this use of this time module, I have put one dot, and after that I had used this ASC time. Okay, ASC time. Now, this will basically give me my present time, and into the bracket I have again used the time module and one another function from this time module, which is local time. And into the bracket I have used time dot time, so that will basically be helping me to give out the right time, present time which I am having. Let me now just run it for now. Okay. basically it is giving me THU, that is my Thursday, JUN is for June, and basically the time is date is 3. So it's 3 June, the day is Thursday, and right now the present time is 20:50:22. Okay, this is basically 8:50 and 22 seconds, right? So 8 minutes, this is 8:50:22, and here I have the year, that what year it is. So it is 2021, right? So with this, with the help of this time module as well, I can just get some information, such information with the help of this, right? So basically you had seen that how we just use out the time module. So for using out the time module, the very first thing that we actually do and that we actually apply is that we import the module which we want to use. So in our case, we were just trying to use the time module, right? So I've just imported that time module here. After that, I have taken some variables, compared the while and the for loop, and then I have tried to see that what is the local time, basically what is the present time that I am having here with the help of the time module. So the procedure was same. I would simply use a variable. After that, I will simply give it a time module. With the help of that module, I simply use a function, that is AST time, that will give me the present time. And after that, I simply use again my time module and the local time function. And inside bracket, I just print time.time, and then simply I just printed the local time variable in which I have stored the present time, right? So I hope this is very clear to you, that basically how we can just use this time module in Python programming, and basically what are the functions of this time module. This must be also very clear to you, right? So this is all for this video. Till then, thank you and take care.